Now let's take a look at creating assemblies. Assemblies are made up of part files, so we'll open up a metric part file and draw a simple shape. In this case I'm just going to draw a box on the front plane, and I'll make that 100 tab, 100 tab, and just make it a cube, 100. And I'll go and round an edge. Let's round this front edge and I'll make that 30, and I'll change the color, turn off PMI, go to view, part painter, let's change this front to yellow and maybe the top to cyan, and we'll save that. So we're saving our first part, and I'll just call this block 1. Now I'll exit out of block 1 with the little X, check that off, and now I'm going to new, and I'm opening up an assembly, metric assembly, so I'll click on that, and we're in a blank assembly file. But what we're going to do is pull in some parts. I'm going up here to the part library on the left hand side. You just hesitate over that, pick on the parts library, and then you pull down here and go to whatever folder you want to, whatever drive, and just go through until you find the part. And for me it's on my certification 01, and there's the block. As soon as I click on it, it shows the block down in the window, and I can spin that around and look at it. How do I get that into my assembly? You simply drag it into the window and let go. So there it is. So I have one part in the assembly. How do I get more parts in here? Well, let's just focus on this single part. You can bring the same part in over and over, go back to the parts library, drag in the block again. And you'll see it's highlighted in green, and it's waiting and saying, what would you like to do with this? And I would like to take, let's go around here and say I'm going to mate. I'd like to mate this face, and I'm going to go way around here with this face. And see how it pushes them together like that? Now these faces need to get aligned, so I'd say this face I'd like to line up with this face, and it's really close now, but we see now the top is not aligned, so I'll say I'd like to align this with this, and there's my first piece. And then you could rotate this around and pull in another part, grab the block and drag that in, and I'll fit the screen, and again it's waiting for instructions. Now in this case I'd like this piece to mate to this face, and I'm going to align this face with this and this face with this. Let's bring in one more part. We go over and click on the parts library, drag the block in again, anywhere in the screen I'll hit fit, and this time I'd like to use an axial align. And all these constraints are right here, and I'll show you those in a moment. But see, when I click on this round face, it finds the axis, and I'd say I'd like this to line up with this. And now I'm going to go to this face and line it up with this face. And one more. And so what's happened here, this is sort of too far down. I want this face that's hidden to line up with this top face. So anytime you like, here it is, block 4. I can click on block 4, grab the wheel and just pull that up and say, now I'd like to go and mate those together. So down here where it says planar align, then mate, I'm going to pick on that one in the middle, and I'd say I'd like to mate this with this, and it lines that up.